looks like I do. So back out, and there it is. Let's go connecting. Oh, hey, I'm hiding down here. There we go. Much better. All right, so my objective right now is to start polishing the game up. So I've got the core functionality of it in there, and now it just needs to expand and be smoothed out around the edges. So far, I have allotted about 6 hours to do this. And so we'll see how far I can get, and maybe I'll decide that it's not ready by then. But everything that I've been doing has been focusing on making sure it is. So let's start diving in. We've got the game, we've got the ability to set up races, we've got tracks for cars, we've got the trucks that are driving around, and we can go to a mechanic shop, we can tune our physics, so we can pay to change the physics capabilities of our car, and then we can steal freight from trucks by knocking it off of that in order to gather the freight and then sell it over at depots. We get about $100 of freight, which is about the same amount it costs to upgrade about any feature. When you're upgrading at the mechanics, you can when you're upgrading at the mechanics, you upgrade the total capability, but then you can tune it anywhere inside of that. In this one, it's more about playing with the physics and seeing what you can get out of it. Some cases you'll make a car that can do much better things in some way, in some cases, and then find out it can't do other things, or that it's become worse in some other way. And so a lot of it becomes about balancing your car to get it faster, but also better. Now, in this, the polishing, there's no audio in this at the moment. I'm also trying to get a recording set up, but I found that the car wasn't working very well. So I'm going to add a quick little thing to clear the current mechanic state, um, or to reset the game. So we got the start button. I'm going to put this over here. I'll take over this one. So this is in the start menu. Let me scroll down and find the start menu in here. So start menu. There we go. Now we got the start menu. Let's expand that out. And the next one I want to put in here, I want to take over this button. Oh, I suppose I should have like an about or something like that to indicate like I got the CC0 work from Unity Fan, and call out some of the assets that I used, and also that AI was generally not used for this. I have used AI to do some research on various things, like to find out an answer to a question or something like that, and then test that, validate it, see if it actually works. But usually I am on Google first. I'm on Bing first. I'm trying to search for the results and find it. But a lot of it is pretty hard to find, and you've got to dig through quite a bit. So in those cases, I think AI is useful, but I think it gets used way too much. And for a search tool, I think it can be helpful. You just have to validate that everything it tells you actually works. Okay, so anyway, I've got this button here. I need to change the text. Right now it's just a question mark. We're going to change that to reset. Reset doesn't have a key to actually click on, but it is a button, so we can click on it with our mouse. And I will go with that as the option. If you click the action key, which is enter in this case, I still need to, I need to reset keys. That'll be part of the polish. Anyway, but we got reset. What are we going to label this? We need to call it button reset. Reset button. The objective of this function is to clear the memory of the save game file. So we need to return the car to the original save state. Let's go Control S. Okay, so we've got the reset button. It's stored in there. Now I need the reset UI, or the start menu. And over here we've got the start menu code, which leads us to this side. No, leads us to this one. Now over here, what have we got going on? Inside of the observable, I want to be able to destroy the save game file. In this case, the reset button. So I'm going to create the button, UI document. We've got the button over here, public button, reset button. And inside of here, we're going to do basically the same code that's already in this. Hey, why isn't it grabbing this stuff down here? I've selected here. There we go, much better. Now it's reset button and reset button. Okay, now start button clicked goes to start game. And I need reset button dot click plus equals. This is a one-time execution at this point. I'm not setting it up so the main menu can come back. So in this case, I don't need to clear any of the actions that I'm putting on this particular, on the start menu UI. I can just put a one-way setup where it's just there the whole time the game's running. So the reset button clicked. Now the reset button clicked, I am not giving it an action. Like I'm not reacting to the input action. So far, I don't have arrows working in most of the UI. It's only working in the mechanics menu. Okay, so in this one, we need the clicked, which is what? Do we have anything special going on in this? It just needs a function. Okay, let's give it a function. That'll be easier. Okay, reset. Create the method. Had nothing in it. I'm sure Rider gives me enough hints to be able to set up how the function call is supposed to be laid out, but it didn't seem to be. I couldn't see where to get that information when I was starting to do this. Otherwise, I would have just written it inline. Now, what have we got? Reset. Reset needs to save game. So I'm going to do locator dot observe. And in this one, we need the iSave game, iSave load system. SLS. There. So now we have that one. What is all this? I don't need all that stuff down there. All right, locator observe. We now have the save load system, and so when they click the reset button, we are going to respond to it. Just double checking we don't do this already. We get the game time, that's it. At the start, once we've gathered the game time, which will still be during the awake function, it pauses and then leaves the game frozen until we unpause it at the start of the game. Time.continue there. Was this getting rid of the action? Yes, we were removing the action from that. Cool. Action.performed. Wait a second. Yeah, action input. Yeah, this wasn't the UI. Okay, so now that we are inside of here, we want to clear the memory. And to clear the memory, do I have a default in this? Right now, before anything has been loaded, if I tell it to save it, it's going to save the default prefab setup as it is right now. All the information's already wired up, so I guess a reset just needs a save. Let's try that. sls.save. Switch. No. What? sls.save. That's it. Save is a expensive method. Well, yeah, that's fine. Let's see if the reset button works now. All right, we've got the code. Let's go back into the game. Okay, here we go. We got the start. We got now play. So right now I'm going to go into start first. I'm going to hit enter and I expect that to start the game. I want to make sure that that's still tied to exactly what I expect it to do. So first off, enter. That started the game. Good. And the car is still very fast. All right, stop. Now we need to start it again. This time I'm going to click with the button on the start button, or I'm going to click the mouse on the start button. That should work, but let's make sure it does. So start, game started, and as is, again, still runs. Okay, stop. Now let's start it one more time, and this time I'm going to click the reset button. The reset button should have no visible response that it does. I just click reset, and then that's it. Having some visual toast system would probably be good, so let's just click reset. Nothing happened, but I do see it down here that it saved the game. Now let's hit start. I'm starting here. The car is slower. Okay, the physics is set to the default tuning, which allows me to ride up the walls pretty well. What's going on over here? There should be some cars on this side. Are you guys all hanging out over here? Why is this side so popular? Just around these corners. Oh, whatever. That'll be something to potentially... Oh, one of you came from over there. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to test in this that I was not able to, so I think that'd be a good time to do it right now. Oh, and yeah, I'll leave that one as is. There's the mechanic shop. I did intend to do a recording on this, so let's go stop and play. And we're going to start a recording. Start. There. So now I've got this inside of the panel. Right now I want to do a short recording of a video that I can share out. There. I knocked off 2 pieces of the freight. And I can see that the freight is following. There. Now we got dropped off the freight. That didn't give us any credit though. So there is something broken about it. All right, let's go race. All right, now we'll start the race. Best unknown. All right, now we got some credit in here. All right, this makes the car a little bit faster. Let's go back through. This makes the car a lot a bit faster. Okay. 9133. Why is the cars even over this way? I don't know. All right, so we got a bunch of traffic over here. Let's try driving through it. Oh, there's a break in the level there. All right, I think that gives me a good start for the level recording. So let's go ahead and stop this, stop recording. Excellent. That one's in there now. I need to share this out. I'm going to go share this out on the Vigilante board. Okay, now let's go find that video. Where to go? All right, movie 3, is that the latest one? No, this is older. Play. One frame? Is that all it did? Whatever. Let's move it here. That's not it. Where's the video I just recorded? You are over in Vigilante 41 Recordings, Movie 03. Right now it shows it's 161 bytes. Why? Constant FPS. Do we have a limiter on this? Is it only doing a certain number of frames? Okay. Playback constant variable. I don't care. Recording manual. That should just keep going until I tell it to stop. Okay. Start recording. Did it do something? Is there a hotkey that is also like the enter key or whatever else that I was using? I think I may have lost. Whatever the case is, that file is definitely not large enough. Let's go here. Oh, I need to reset the data. Stop. Oh, maybe I did that. I probably started it and then realized I needed to reset, so I didn't get the starting. Okay. Reset. Now, start recording. Enter. Oop, we got freight right ahead. Let's take advantage of that right now. Okay, test. There we go. All right, I still got to fix that one. Now let's go find a race. Whoa. Start race. All right, that took 13 seconds. Got a $100 reward. Now I'm going to use that reward to go get an upgrade. Let's go get an upgrade. It's good that I don't have to travel too far for this. Okay, now impulse drive. Buy it. $10 seconds. All right. Earned another 100 credits. Okay, so the freight theft is not working, so that's definitely a bug right now. Let's head out over this way, over towards some of the freight. Can I knock the freight off? No. All right, now that I got a speed upgrade, let's go use that for a second to explore. Okay, I think this seems to show off the world scale of this pretty well. We'll just fly out here a little bit, and I think that's a good stopping point for the recording. There. Okay, now grab the recording. Which one was that? That said that the last one was 05. Does it work? Is this again one frame? 41K. What is it doing? Okay, Unity Media Encoder. Is that not working in this version? High quality? Okay, I'm not going to get a recording of that one this time around. That's cool. All right, so where are we left off in here then? If I go back to this, I need to start getting polish for the audio. I also need to reduce the size of the project, so let's work on that too. I don't need most of the assets that are in here, so let's get Asset Hunter Pro. All right, signed in, go to here. Now let's, thank you. Now inside of this, we're going to say Hunter. Sorry, I just showed you all of the stuff from your account, but then I just forgot who you were. Really? I don't get why Unity does this. Like, what is its store setup that is like, hey, oh, it's you again. Great. Here's all your stuff. And then it takes it away of like 3 seconds later is like, I don't know who you are. It's like, really? I don't know what any of my passwords are. No, I know a couple of them. But every single password of mine is different. And I've also got security keys and some other setups for security as well. Okay, that's a little concerning. No, stop it. We just sent an authentication code to my phone number. Okay, I've got my phone. Why don't you use the two-factor authentication I already set up? All right, so let's see. You say you sent it to me. Not in there. Not in there. Not. Why are you sending me to all these ones? There we go. Okay, temporary codes. I don't think it's any big deal that anyone sees what the temporary codes are. It's good for 30 seconds, and you also have to know my password. All right, so inside of here, my assets. Let's see if it can bring me in there again. It did. Now I need Hunter. Did you? We just went through this. Mm. Is there something that it's doing with the files where it saves part of the file in a different spot or something? Got movie 5, and we got in here, what is it? Movie 6, movie 7? That's old. Is it complaining because I'm overwriting movies? Wait a minute. 4 says that it's 4 minutes long. Okay, so yeah, this definitely needs more polish and visuals. I think this is exactly the one that I wanted. Okay, I've got freight following me. Okay, now I'm going to go take the race. I got the 100 from the race. Oh, that's interesting. Backslash n. It didn't actually convert into the text format because it was a string. It would have saved it escaped. So, all right. So now it's going much, much faster. Even with this wide of a turnaround, it's still got there faster. Okay, I've got a video. Excellent. Now let's go over back to Unity for a second. Not Unity. Um, Out to my group. Where is it? The Vigilante group. Hey, where did it go? Why don't I see it anywhere? Oh, it's way down over here. Okay. All right. New video in progress. Nearing complete for a release. Some polish and splash to add. Now over here, I want to share that video file, which was this one. Exceeds the size limit, 500 megs. Now what size is this? 219 megs. Wait, really? I no longer have Discord Nitro. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. I'll have to upload that to a different source and then out to here. We'll post video soon. I could also edit it down to small clips and share it out. Next, over here. My focus will be to release on itch.io first and then post out to Steam. I can take my time getting it out to Steam and make sure it's a little bit more polished for that environment. Okay, next, UI document, UI start menu, action player. We need sound. I need to clear stuff. I was working on getting the Asset Hunter Pro. So inside of here, we got the asset store, and then we're searching for Hunter. There, Asset Hunter Pro, open in Unity. Download. Add more assets to remove assets. Feels like this really should be built into Unity. There's so many things that feel like they should be built into Unity. But this is a, yeah, I guess not for this one. Okay, so wait. Oh, it downloaded already. Yay, import. Okay, now I imported it. Now I need the asset hunter, which, where does it come from? Inside of here, maybe? General, no? Is it under assets? Or to tools? Where do they actually put it? Oh, is it still doing something? Console. Look at all this stuff. We got tons of things going on. Clear. Okay, nothing else is happening right now. How do I use it? Okay, so in this blah blah blah, we got tools. Okay, what is it? Not documentation is here. Copy. Now let's bring up a new tab. Asset Hunter Pro. How do I start using it? How does it work? Blah, blah, blah. What is it not? That's the same stuff I literally just got from the asset store. Now you give me a link to the asset store to look at the exact same text again. Getting started. Thank you. When you first open Asset Hunter Pro, Control H, window, Asset Hunter Pro, window. I don't see Asset Hunter Pro in here at all. Okay, let's do this. Control H. Doesn't do anything. Whatever they're depending on, it seems like that's been deprecated or changed, which kind of scares me as to whether or not this still works. Okay, it works with 2017 and newer, but only 2020 and newer will receive updates. Oh, okay, got it. So they're trying to keep it updated. Works well with Unity all the way back to version 5.6, but only 2019 will receive new updates. The fact that they have 2020 as the last one tells me maybe they're not supporting it anymore. Okay, so how do I use this? I've used this before in the past, but I don't see how to now. If I go over to here, can I just right click on assets and do I get something inside of it? Properties, assets, create. Anything in here? Input actions. I don't see anything for it. Create. Yeah, nothing on the root there. I don't see anything here. There's nothing about right clicking and removing stuff. Documentation. Okay, you'll be greeted with a message, serialized bundle info, inspecting results. Yeah, now how do I get to it? Control H, Windows Asset Hunter Pro. It's not here. Did I click cancel instead of import? That looks like that must have been the case because it still had all the files to import. So I've been just moving around this like an idiot. Okay, now let's check this out. Windows Asset Manager Pro. No. Where is it? Import. Did it? Okay, I clicked import. All of it is marked as new. This is going to go into packages com.eureka. It's not there. Import. Copied over the files. Nothing happened. What? Okay, something is seriously wrong. What other options do we have? Re-download. Import. Import. Okay, it says it did it, but I don't see it in here. I don't see it up here. It does not appear to have been added to the project. Okay, let's go back to the asset store. I could mess around with that and debug it, but do I have another one? Asset Cleaner Pro. Let's go with this one. Open in Unity. Download. Since Asset Hunter Pro won't show up, maybe this one will. Last updated February 2026. That's a good sign. When was the other one last updated? I don't know. A good model for some of these tools might be you purchase it and it comes for that version. Like I would fully understand a system like Asset Hunter Pro that works with the tooler editing and the environment to then have different version releases for each version of Unity. And then have to pay for those additional ones to show up. However, I would expect an upgrade fee, like a much cheaper upgrade fee, because it costs to keep these things going, and I don't expect to like you buy the asset once and it to keep receiving updates and and they don't get any more money from you. All right, import. So now we've got Asset Hunter Pro, Windows, Asset Cleaner. Yay. Okay, and Asset Hunter Pro was December of 2025, so just a few months ago. Not too bad. Okay. Now, is this going to run and clear stuff up? While that's running, I need to go find some audio too, so let's clear this stuff out. And in the past, let's clear out Hunter, and I'm going to search Vigilante Racer. In this one, I've already selected various things that I thought would be good for Vigilante Racer projects in the past, and so I have sound. Now, Horror Bundle, I think that one works nice. No item selected. Select an item in a scene or project. What do you mean? What is it that I need to do here? Okay, so no item selected. Select an item in a scene or project. What's the documentation on this? Asset Cleaner Pro. What am I supposed to do here? Publisher website. What? No, I just need some documentation. Show me how to get started with it. Publisher website. Discord. No, I just want documentation. You've got to have an introduction thing, some little piece of documentation or whatever that tells me what to start. README. Okay, one, import the asset. We had to do that to get the README. I don't think that's necessary. Two, open the tool. Yes, so the tool is there. We got it. Next, three, how to use. That's what I want. Enhance the project view. Enhanced project view. Real-time analysis. Okay, as soon as the tool is active, your project window will be enhanced. What? A red marking. All unused assets and scenes are automatically highlighted in red. Like this? With this thing? Oh, if I go into... So is it saying that if I go into the scene... So here I am in the scene. And now let's move Asset Cleaner Pro down to, say, here. Okay, so now I want to check. Okay, let's just check the scene file. So does that mean, where's the scene file? I have scenes, I have prefabs. Let's see what it says, because I'm expecting to get rid of a whole bunch of the 3D models and meshes. There's still things that I'll want to pull in, but let's test this out. Cleaner style, camera, no, I don't need that. We need Vigilante 41. Oh, check this out. It says world map isn't used. No, I can promise you that thing is used. Is it not? World map. I did get rid of that. What are these other surfaces then? Surface 1. This was part of the test stuff at the beginning. It's already clearing things out that I don't need. Car light. Okay, yeah, I'm not concerned with that. So does this mean I can now just start to clear things out? I thought it was going to give me like a breakdown in here. Okay, now where's my scene? New scene. It says new scene is not used. Is that true? That looks true to me. Delete. Game scene. Ah, no, I didn't want... Delete. Okay. These extra ones over here, what have we got? I can always repair this afterwards. So let's go to this stuff. Car light, control, shift, and delete. Okay, can I just find a list of all the items that are worthy of deleting? By text. Oh yeah, I'm not using that form of it. I want to keep it. That was the one that I wanted to use. Nah, the one that I have is fine. Delete. Okay, so that's extra stuff of mine, which makes sense. I'm not going to find as much in here. It's probably going to complain about Daco. No, it's content with those. Okay, it's a little odd. Universal UI Toolkit, Unity themes. This is a settings. Okay, that one is going to go over to Vigilante and then minimize this extra stuff. I should have a settings folder. I do. Send away, whatever. Okay, tutorial info. Do not care. Delete. Settings folder in the root. I'm sure not everything is used. Okay, so... But also, I have a bunch of settings stuff here. A-line settings. Okay, let's move that over to here. Delete. Sci-Fi Megacity. All right, we should have plenty of stuff in here that's not used anymore. Are you telling me everything in here is used? HDRP, none of the stuff in HDRP should be used. Initialize cache. Okay, thank you. Building cache. So what do these things mean? 219. The directory contains unused files. 18 of them. Got it. So as I expand this out, it'll find items that I'm not using. These ones. I have to find them all and delete them all myself. It doesn't have something to just start doing this or make a big list. I was expecting a big list in here. What does that button do? Remove unused scenes. What's this? Remove unused files. Okay. Do you really want to remove... Oh, okay, got it. Sci-Fi Megacity. Let's go to here. This has 81 unused items. Let's go to this one, and we're going to say remove 81 assets. Yes, absolutely I do. Plugins has nothing. Heavy Station Kit. We're going to go to this one. Remove 219 assets. Yes, absolutely. Okay, now this is starting to get somewhere much faster. Is that actually removing stuff? Oh, got it. The numbers still are still there, so it's not getting rid of stuff. Sci-Fi Megacity, remove 81 assets, yes. Yu-Gi-Oh's free materials. I don't think I'm using any of those. Delete. Delete. I don't need the cancel. The ORP package. Let's make sure we have that one in place. Import. I don't think that I need those ones though. Let's go to materials and see what kind of materials we got here. Hey, I clicked on one of the materials. Thank you. This has some good assets to it. Yu-Gi-Oh's free metal materials. That takes forever. It has to generate all the shaders and all the setups for that. So let's just go to textures for a second because it's really these ones that matter. All right, I will leave these as is for now. Okay, save it. Before I do any commit, I want to check to make sure it runs and that it still looks okay when I run it. Since I just did some deletes that supposedly deleted stuff. Start. Still got speed on this one. It is kind of fun. It feels like I'm skateboarding, especially when I hit the rim edges of these things and I'm just traveling along the side of it. Like that one sends me down. Oh, the speed is too fast. I need the gravity and the downward intensity to increase. Ah, okay. It captured the down is this way. There, much better. Gotcha. So now I upgraded the speed, but now I can't hold on to the surface, which is another point of going back to the mechanic that I want to be able to fix that. That was one of the parts of going on in the original game design, that as you upgrade and tuned things, you would find that while you got the improvement you were looking for, it would mess with other parts and you had to start keep upgrading different parts of the vehicle together. But the main game was supposed to start instructing you as you go. So it's like the mechanic would identify, hey, I've been noticing that the car hasn't been sticking to hugging the edges like it used to. And so to get that back, you need to start doing this. I didn't figure out exactly how I was going to do that one. I just had to kind of understand that the settings were there or that I'm holding the buttons down that would normally get it to stick the way I want to. And then if it doesn't work, then and if it's not sticking to the surfaces, then the mechanic would come in and tell you or would talk to you about it. That does look nice. Okay. I need to get away from that though. So the game looks good. I'm happy with the general appearance. Like there's still plenty of polish and everything to do, but I need to move on with what I'm doing now. How far is this one? 48 minutes. Let's get back out to here. I need to commit what I've already done. So over here, get uh, add dot. It's got lots of things to remove. So now git commit dash m added asset cleanup pro, added asset cleanup pro, removed a lot of excess files. You know what? Let me bring up GitHub Desktop. I just want to see what that list of files looks like. I like using the console now for Git, but I still want to take a look at it over here in the list sometimes. Okay, loads of stuff were deleted, materials, prefabs, etc., because I wasn't using them. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, inside of this one, I'm going to close that because I've already got this one over here. That's going to take a minute. Oh, it's mostly deleting. So git push. All right, that's dealing with what that was fast. It was primarily absolute file changes. So brand new file added, file changed, or file removed instead of file changes where it has to keep a record of how that file changed and figure that out, figure out the difference. All right, so next. Oh, what do I have? I need music. All right, so I'm going to turn the desktop sounds on. So now you should hear desktop sounds, which don't have anything yet. Good morning, Daniel. All right, I can see messages now. Yay. I get messages that pop up over here. All right, so Daniel, the game is actually at its finished state now, sort of. It's unpolished now. So the primary mechanics, I can change mechanics of the car. That's all in now. Next, I'm looking at music files, sound files that need to be in here. So part of what I'm doing now, I just used Asset Cleaner Pro to get rid of a bunch of stuff that I'm not using. And now I want to start checking for other stuff in this. So let's find some music. Universe music. Do we get background sounds? No, I don't want to play it like that. We can just play it in here. Testing. Let's adjust the volume. Nope. Okay. I think that's a little bit loud for the gameplay, but let's find out. Um, I need an audio source. The audio source should be attached to the main camera for the music. So let's go to our camera chaser. No, main camera. Inside of here, we've got the audio listener. We're now going to add audio source. Audio source. And now in this one, we need the audio. That one is over here, battle music. Okay, audio generator is the music file. Now on this one, I want it to start automatically and play on loop. Next, I want the volume of this one to be lower. We're gonna send it to here. And now let's try playing it and see if this works for the sound. I didn't bring in a lot of options, but if this one works reasonably enough, that's good enough for me for now. My turning speed is pretty slow right now, so I'm going to upgrade that a little bit in this one. All right. The audio is not bad. I think just having something a little more ambient would be better, though. Let's stop that one. Do I have any other music in here? Because I don't think I do. Asset cleaner, heavy station kit. We only used a couple things. Plugins, sci-fi mega city, universe sounds. I don't have that much in there. Okay. Various sounds. Okay, I need new audio clips. Horror bundle. What have you got in horror? Okay, that's a little. Hopefully, this isn't too loud on your side. Because on my side, that's really loud. But I've got the. I could hear the music when I played in the editor, but not in the game. Oh, okay. Hmm. Interesting. It should be playing desktop audio. I'll have to work now. Good luck. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. Okay, that's sounds. What's this one? Common horror. Zombies and ghosts. I just need music. I don't need a lot of stuff, but ambient and horror often goes well with sci-fi. Not kitchen. Monsters. Horror. Okay. Okay, I'm going to skip this one. What have we got? What else have we got? Endless drones. Sci-fi. Really? Okay, that's actually nice. Okay, yeah, I'm going with this one. Hey, I want to download this one. Where did they go? Open in Unity. Thank you. Import to project. It's deprecated, so they no longer release this one. Endless Drone Sci-Fi. Now, I don't need everything. I don't need sounds. I don't need the logo. Okay, apparently this is in sounds. Things a wave. Okay, I don't know which one I need, so we're going to import the sounds. Import. And who's the artist in this one? Does it say? Well, I mean, Sound Ex Machina. Okay, as a call out, just to make sure if anyone is tracking this for like who's using sounds or what, every sound I'm listening to are sounds that I have license to use for Vigilante Racer. And I'm really hoping I don't get any kind of, what is it, DCM takedown or whatever the call out is for when the audio gets used from sources you're not supposed to use. Actually, I have had that happen before. I had that happen in one of my videos where some artist posted and made a complaint and said that I was using their music. And I looked up the artist. I don't remember who they were now, but I looked them up and they had been around for about maybe 7 years at that point. And so the audio that I had gotten was actually from like 2010 or 2012. And so that were like twice as long ago as what the artist had started releasing their stuff. And it didn't sound that similar to their stuff. So I'm not even sure how they ended up getting it. But yeah, I got out of that one pretty easily. All right, let's see. So Endless Drones, it says it's in project. Let's go find it. Where is it? Is there a link just to like press a button in here? No, I want you to take me to the spot in the project. There really isn't anything to do that. I have to go find it. It doesn't tell me where it's located. This package is no longer supported. That's fine. Universe Sounds free pack. I'm not using that one. Uh, Endless Drones. Okay. Honestly, that should list, show me the directory that it just installed it from. I don't care if I've changed it. That's fine. Just show me the directory it was installed to. Okay, now let's find some music. Eagle Nebula? No, not bad. I want something fairly stable like this. Testing my audio, testing this audio level. So I'm comparing the two. This one's about similar to volume to me according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Okay, that's not bad. Closing facility. Ooh. Okay, I've got kind of a cool idea, but all right, pause it. I was just thinking that what if I had three different tracks, so the three deep machines going, and as I drove around, it would select a different one. Or it would change the volume so it would alternate. So as I start steering from one to the other, we kind of hear different sets of mechanical noises based on the rotation, on my orientation in the game. That would be pretty cool, but I don't think it's going to be. I think that'd be overkill for now. Right now, let's just get some music into the track. All right, so over here on main camera, we're going to put Deep Machine 1 for this one. Now, let's see. We need to make sure it plays on awake. Yes. It loops. Yes. And 3D sound settings shouldn't matter in this one. Um, bypass effects, bypass listener effects, bypass reverberation zones. Yeah, I don't care about any of those. We've got all this stuff, all the settings inside of here. Ooh, actually, a quick change I kind of want to test on this, but I have an idea. If I have the pitch of the music change as I'm driving, based on the speed that I'm going or how I'm moving, something to do with that. Let's go. Hey, stop the game and play. Oh no, I was. Is it? I stopped the game, so that meant the game was running already. Oh. All right, let's do a little theft here and steal some stuff. Test 10K credits. Okay, impulse drive, impulse strafe, gravity force, down pressure. Okay, let's try that. I don't have the counter force in here. But let's also change this one. So conditioning, let's get those one in. And what is this one? Conditioning Z to Y. That means when I'm going forward and backward. So head-on collision with a wall will drive up the wall sooner. So let's increase that. 30. Okay, now enter, go up to conditional XY. That means if I strafe onto a wall, I'll be able to get up it easier. So on this one, we have it up to 100 already. Let's move that. I think that one was generally going a lot better. Now, once I've got this, I have to hit the button a lot of times, which is kind of annoying. Putting in a timing circuit on that one would probably be better. Okay, 160 for my strafing, enter, and back out. Oh, that was much smoother. Oh, a little too hard on that one. Oh yeah, look at that. The conditioning circuit, the conditioners are basically what allow me to smoothly transition from like one wall to another, or change the handle of the car to be more like a muscle car or an exotic car or a tuner. Awesome. So the best on this one was 7.9, and on this one I got 9.5. So even though I got some upgrades, it still took me longer. I was also turned around facing the opposite direction. So when you start a race, you actually have reason to tune the way you started it. Okay, the audio is going, but that's feeling really repetitive. I feel like maybe I need one more thing in there too. What was the other one? Universe sounds. Did we have battle music? What's battle music? Turn that down a little bit. Okay, so what if I combine these two and have them run together? In that case, I need two audio starters. Let's just see what it looks like. So in this one, I've got an audio source A and start component audio source B. I don't have any controls for music. I have no configurations or settings in this. I should at least have a mute button, but whatever. Over here, audio source. And the second audio source in this one is going to be Universe Music. There we go. We're going to reduce the volume on this one. We will start on awake and loop. We're going to bypass filters. We will not mute it. Okay, that should be it. Oh, priority. I changed the priority on it. That's not what I meant. I meant the volume. Okay, so there's that one. What's my other one? The other one is up here. Expand that out. And yeah, volume, we're going to reduce it. Let's try this again. I've got both audio tracks going at the same time. Much nicer. Now, I definitely need engine noises of some type. Now, let's also change the pitch. If I go over to, that's Futuristic Deep Machine. If I change the pitch while it's running, okay, awesome. I can have the music, whatever. I got an effect that I like in this one. So let's copy the settings here. Copy component. And which one was that? That was top one, right? Yeah, stop. And now let's paste them back in. Paste component values. Cool. So now I have both audio tracks going. I like the effect of both. I could manipulate them, but I do like the idea that I can manipulate them dynamically. So I at least have some variation happening because of the way that I'm driving or moving or whatever's going on in the environment. All right, now I can leave the rest of them. So what did I use? I used sci-fi futuristic, so deep machine. The rest of these ones can go. All right, delete. I don't need everything else in the project. I can always add them back. Delete. Okay, there. Now I've got that one in there. That's the only one that's left in. Heavy kit. What do we have in here? Prefabs. One prefab. Prefab has missing scripts. I don't care. Show me the actual object. Wait, does that represent an object I'm using? What is this? I don't know what that is. Main camera spotlight reflection probe? FPC player. I'm not using anything like that. Why would it keep it? All right, we're gonna leave that one. Discard changes. Okay, I don't see why it's keeping that one. Let's delete it. Goodbye. Next, scripts. You kept almost all of these scripts. I don't want the scripts for any of the heavy station kits, so let's delete that. Now, I've got right over here, I've got that door that I need to keep in here, but I don't want to open it dynamically. It's probably going to complain that it's going to be missing a script now, some door script that actually opens it. So let's actually click on this to make sure. Okay, there's the object. It's got mechanic shop. That's the only thing that I wanted. Good. All right, next, the other side over there. Do you have anything external? Drop off point. No, that's my code again. Awesome. Now I need engine noises. Okay, let's go find engine noises. That's going to be over in Unity again. Ultimate noises, ultimate sound effects. Do we have engine noises in there? Is there another one? Sci-fi sounds. This probably has some. Which one should I use? I got two of them in here. This one's deprecated, which means there will be less on the market that uses it right now. Okay, how much does it have? 66 megs versus 188 megs. That I'll go with the 188 megs. And also universal sound. What do you mean by that? Let's find out. Download. 1.6 gigs, I think it said. And then I'll just clear out what I'm not using. You can always add it back. This would be something that I would love to hear feedback from other people on your experience with Unity. Some of these asset bundles, they're like 4 gigabytes plus, and a default setting on GitHub or Bitbucket is that you have like a 4 gig cap, even on the commercially licensed ones, or where you're paying for the repo. Um, and plus, you also have limits of how much you can upload at a single time before it just times out and complains. The Do you do anything like, for instance, just download the asset bundle and then take out the things that you want and then commit it? Or do you put the asset bundle in, commit it with all the stuff in there, and then start removing things? I'm just kind of curious on that. Because on mine, what is it? The repo, the .git, ends up taking almost 10 gigs or over 10 gigs of space, and this was like a 5.6 gig project. All right, and so I'd love to find ways to clear up space and get better organization. So now, do I have this import? Come on, import. Also, I really hate the large asset bundles. Like, it's nice getting a large asset bundle, but it's a pain in the asset bundle. You have to download and import this huge package which has all of these resources. It's nice to be able to go through, but quite frankly, I don't need them all in Unity. I want a separate repository of all of the different assets and then be able to import pieces of them one by one as I want to. So for instance, grab a prefab that has all of the things associated with it, maybe minus scripts, that you just say, hey, give me the ones for the materials, for the textures, for the shaders, for the model rendering, for the animations, whatever it has attached to it, and maybe hand select a few of the scripts. But here now I've got this one thing I can import, and it's got the full capabilities that I need. And I already know that this one's classified as URP. That's what I would love to have. And then just search through that and find basically just little pictures, little thumbnails that show me here's what it looks like. And then here's keywords and description. How long are you going to do this for? I mean, it is 1.6 gigs, but that's still, it's a minute 43 of me talking. How long does this need to run? I have no idea. All right, well, that's running in the background. This should give me sound effects as well. I need to start getting sound effects. What sound effects do I need? I need a notepad. Engine. Notepad is slow? What just happened? My notepad just froze? Thank you, Windows, for taking Notepad and adding things like AI to it. I really appreciate having a frozen notepad. That's such a great experience. I'm so glad to have AI built into it. I'm very happy to say that I've already been working in Linux, that the same game runs in Linux. The Unity IDE runs great in Linux. The performance is excellent. There are some issues. NVIDIA sucks. NVIDIA sucks in Linux. It's terrible. I'm running NVIDIA in it, and it their drivers are just horrifically slow, and they seem to be purposefully preventing people from using most of their resources and capabilities inside of there, as if they've got a partnership or business tie-in with Microsoft. that says it'll work perfect in Windows stuff. Well, maybe Windows actually does extra work to make that happen better. I don't know. There could be something else in there, but I just feel like I don't like all the things that happen that where it's just like, oh yeah, it works better in Linux, the games run better, or sorry, it works better in Windows, the games run better in DirectX, and then you got driver things like NVIDIA's only making this for Windows. However, there's not really a paid market as much when you're on the Linux side. So they could be just putting money where the money comes back. What the heck is happening? Why is this at 4 minutes? What are you doing? Is there like... And also Notepad froze. I'm gonna kill Notepad. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of a bunch of the extra stuff. I'll leave that one. IP vanish. I don't need that. Writer. Let's get rid of writer for a minute. 4.5 minutes. It's frozen. All right, universal sound effects. Oh, okay. Unity, be gone. Task manager. OBS. Unity. Oh, yeah, name. Unity editor. And end task. Intaro Adun. All right. Let's bring it back up now. Over here, Vigilante 41 started again. Scene backups from a previous editor session have been detected. Do you want to copy and preserve it? I did the music tracks. I'll put those back in there. Let's grab the backups. But anyway, while that's loading, what I meant to do was have a notepad up. Let's try this again. Notepad. Yay! It works this time. Okay, thank you, Notepad. What do I need? I need engine noises, UI noises, and engine noises, UI noises, the vehicles that I pass by. That seems the core stuff that I need. Okay. Okay, start, reset. No, we're inside of the code. We're inside of the project. Am I in the backup? This is game scene. Where are the backup ones? It's not going to be in packages. It said it created a backup folder of the scenes. That goes to root, right? Recovery. Yeah, there we go. All right. Save as. Save scene as. And we're going to save the scene as Vigilante 41 scenes game scene. There. Because that would be the latest copy that I had. And then we're going to delete the recovery. Yes. So now this is game scene. Now test it. F5. Not F5. I wish F5 did it. Control P. Audio music track. That sounds nice. Good. Let's catch that one up and start. Okay, the car's getting plenty fast. I have physics in there I have physics that I'm lacking in there. Oh, I had a shortcut there. I didn't even know that. Okay, I am really liking the feel of this. There are some things that need some improvement still on the feel, but whatever. That's in good shape. So I've got audio working. I'm happy with that. Let's save this one for background music. I don't want all the audio getting saved into there. Let's clarify some of that before I actually put this in. Endless drone sci-fi. That was just the soundtrack that I got. Next, JW Materials. I haven't imported the other one yet. Let's go over to Package Manager. Does it still have the one I just did? No, it doesn't. Unity Asset Store is somewhere. There. Okay, FX Sound, open in Unity. Import into project. Last time, this went up to about 4 minutes before I just killed all of Unity. Let's see if it makes it does any better this time. Oh, it's midnight. I should be going to bed. Let me try to get a little bit of the audio in place first, and then I'm going to call it a night. It's still going. Why is... Okay, I understand that it... Oh, that's version 1.6. What's the actual file size here? 1.36. 10,000 files. Okay. 10,000 files being unzipped, that's a different story. If a lot of them are small, well, they're audio tracks. They should still be like well over 4K for each of them. And I believe my file system is partitioned. The partitions are in, I forgot the term for it, but where the files are broken into different, basically, packet sizes. And the smallest size is like 4K. So I shouldn't be at too much of a loss for that, or it needing to require a lot of extra hard drive space that's being written to and wasted. This one, what drive was it on anyway? Let's go to here. Okay, F drive. What is the F drive properties? This is solid state drive. And what's the file format? exFAT. Free space 200 gigs out of 500. I have a couple of... I'm trying to set up my system so that I can run... give Windows... let Windows run in its own VM inside of Linux and give it access, 100% control over maybe 32 gigs of RAM. Two of the or a couple of the hard drives are shared, so both file systems can access it at the same time. That can be a little troublesome, but basically I wouldn't be using... It would be up to me to manage and make sure that I'm not using the same files or manipulating the same things. And so my projects drive, I would use one of the solid state drives for that stuff, or one of the M4 drives. Well, it's or M2 drives, M.2. Got more space on that. Okay, so I guess this one is just going to take forever. Let's see. What else can I do in the meantime while that thing is running? Assuming that's going to need to keep running. And maybe I just let it go for the night, and that's what it's going to do. But audio. What else do I have to do in audio? I'm not positive right now. Yeah, it's not all that much. The UI. So when I'm selecting different items in the UI, I want that to show up. I'm also going to need to start looking at artistic effects, the doodads. I might even want to put in a procedural tool for generating out the maps and then go back through and manually alter it. And that might be a better method for it. Oh, that's going to get painful. It just occurred to me that the mappings, these... There's a lot of different maps in here, or it's a huge environment. And is it going to be horrible on performance for the design tool when all of that, when the whole thing is getting designed? Because right now it draws everything. However, it's using A-line, and chances are it'll be under 10,000 lines, so drawing it shouldn't be that performance heavy. Might find out. Actually, the way that I'm using it probably is. There's probably got to be a faster way than what I've done. Let's see. That one's still running. It got up to here when I tried to kill the environment and restart it. But it's not giving me any update. It's not telling me like that it's a percentage of the way done or anything. I mean, come on. If you're putting files out there, if you're extracting the files, you should know where that is. And not just let it hang there. Unless you're telling me it is literally at 0%, but this is 1.35 gigs. I refuse to believe that. Okay, so audio visuals are another thing that I need to get tuned into place. I have the video file. Let's go over to the video file. Video 4. I can take a look at this and see what I need to change. I do need to fix this script and find out what the heck is going wrong there. Stop. This one. I need to fix that. Okay, so that one is the drop-off depot. I can go over into scripts for now. Scripts. I don't have the scripts up? Where? I must have killed that environment. What's happening? Did it? I think it just got rid of that UI thing, which means it's doing something else in here now. Or now it's at the completely frozen stage. All right. We'll leave that one be. Rider went down, so let's bring Rider back up, back over to Vigilante 41. And now we got save load system. I need the depot, or the, what was it, drop off, or the depot, or what did I call it? Okay, tell me where the file is located. Thank you. Now, do I have drop off point? That's it right there. So drop off point, we need to find out if we are close enough to one. However, that got handed off to car action. So where's car action? Car. There's car, but that's not, there's car action. Okay, now Rider's getting slow. Is it slow because it has plugins to Unity right now and Unity's seemingly frozen? Considering that its update took like 6 minutes, I will assume that this freeze might also take like 6 minutes of it. It's putting 10,000, so it needs to address the asset database. It's not just copying the files. It's not my file system that's necessarily slow, which it shouldn't be slow, not with, not on the solid state drive. Okay, in this one, car action. That's right, I need car action. There we go. And now inside the car action, there's mechanic action, freight action, there. Okay, freight action, when we are, this is if we have freight and we are trying to drop it off, that's the problem. Then we take the drop off point and we let the drop off point take control. So here we have take control, we pass the freight over, that did, it pulled it in. Now what are we trying to do? We're trying to check the distance from the anchor position to the target position. What is the target? The target is the freight, okay? So that gives us the freight. We apply the force. We know the force is making it move in the correct direction. I can see that happening. How's Unity doing? Still loading. That one technically has my focus at the moment. So as soon as that one unfreezes, it should just pop up in front. Okay, now the next thing, we know that this command is being applied, so it does get the add force, it goes driving over towards the side. Now the distance, once the distance gets close enough, it's supposed to stop. So close enough, Right now it's set at 1 meter according to this, but that's not what the UI says. The UI gives me, I believe it was a much larger number. I should double check that. Okay, so we do a vector 3 distance from the anchor position on the transform. Wonder if this one got screwed up somehow. Maybe the anchor position isn't in the right spot anymore. Okay, that's one thing to check. The close enough. Let's check that. We can also reduce the force that's being applied. That's a lot. Okay, so target transform position. So we got the freight and we've got the anchor point. If it's less than close enough, then we're good. We are close enough. So then we destroy the object and we add the credits, and that's it. And I'm not using a pool for this. They enter and leave slow enough that I'm not really concerned about that. Yeah. Okay, so next inside of here, destroy target game objects. Actually, for the cubes, that would be a really good crossover to include the more ECS style physics engine that I have. The cubes would be easy enough to apply it to. All right, leaving that one alone. Still, Unity is not doing anything. Is that just because I highlighted it? Yeah. Okay, is Unity doing anything up here? Task Manager. I want to see Unity Editor. 1%. It's using 6 gigs of RAM. Yeah, I know it's not responding. I'm curious as to why. You're still doing anything though? I see a whole bunch of 0% moving across our 1%. What is eating my resources? Oh, 7-zip. It is working with a zip thing. It is doing stuff. That is useful. Anti-malware. That's what's slowing me down. No, You punk. So this one's trying to be active, but the anti-malware keeps interrupting it. And from the fact that it has to keep jumping across memory and controlling this stuff, it's not going to show up as heavy processing time because its big waste is happening from the CPU load, from trying to get the memory. So anti-malware, how do I shut you off? I want to end you. Could not be completed. Access is denied. How do I turn off anti-malware? Anti-malware. Virus and threat protection. Come on, let me turn this off. No, I do not want a quick scan. I want to remove you. Ransomware protection. No action needed. Protection updates. How can I turn it off? Why? Oh. It's checking every single file in here. I know this package. I have used this package. Where is this one? Unity Asset Store. I mean, like, it could import scripts and it could have been updated with new scripts. So maybe it is a good idea that it checks stuff. But the anti-malware is not going to notice something in a C# file that gets automatically imported into Unity. It might detect it while it's running in Unity that's trying to do something. But in this one, turn off Windows anti-malware temporarily. It'll probably be like change this service setting or something and then restart your computer. How to disable the anti-malware service executable. Yeah, get rid of this extra stuff. I don't need that. Use a task manager to end the process. Yeah, that didn't happen. Disable real-time protection. Yeah, I tried it. No. Disable real-time protection. Represents a real-time protection of Windows security. If you want to disable it, open Windows, virus and threat protection, Oh, here we go. Local group policy editor. Local. Thank you. Now, on this one, what do we have? Virus and threat? No. Oh, come on. Give me the path to this. Okay, there we go. Computer configuration. Under what? Navigate to this path. Computer configuration is not one of the options that are right here. Am I in the right thing? Local group local security policy. Local group. That's better. Okay, now from inside of this one, we need computer configuration. Check. Can I get back into here? Oh, I can. Does that mean it actually put it in, or what happened? The current process has used all of its system allowance of handles for the window manager objects. Why would it need to create a bunch of handles? It's putting a bunch of files out. Okay, well, let's assume that the anti-malware has something to do with that one. All right, so now let's go back to the settings, and in here, close it. Okay, now administrative templates, Windows, components, Microsoft Defender, antivirus, real-time protection, and now what? Turn off real-time protection. That is it. Yes. Edit. Enable. Apply. Okay. Now, is this going to say I have to restart? We hit the enabled button. We hit OK. Always trust security sites with lots and lots of ads on them. It's a great idea. At least to find out where stuff goes. Now, let's check out more things. Play, tools, Vigilante. No. We'll try this one more time. What is this? Why do I have that? Whatever, that's not what I'm here for. Sound effects. Universal sound effects is the 1.36 gigs. It's been giving me so much trouble. I turned off the anti-malware stuff, and now let's let it run. It's doing a 7-zip behind the scenes, and it's trying to get all of those files out of there. Let's take another look at this and say, what's going on with 7-zip? Do we have 7-zip going? 7-zip is going. How about anti-malware? It's still taking up a whole bunch of resources here. No. Oh my god, stop, please. And stop. Access denied. What is the point of being an administrator on a Windows machine? Can I just like delete this file? I want it to stop. Security. Cancel. Open services. Bring me to the service. Can I disable the service? So which service is that? You know, you could have actually brought me to the real service. Is it under A for anti? A? No, it's not. Next, let's try Microsoft Defender. Or is it under D for Defender? DE, no DEF. Now, Microsoft Defender, antivirus, properties. I don't have any ability to cancel this. I suppose that's probably part of what it's trying to do anyway. Can I run this stuff? Properties. Can I run this thing as an admin? Let's try that. Services. And now run as administrator. Does that change how you feel about me telling you to stop? Properties. No. All right. I'm just going to assume the same thing is going to happen with this again. We've still got the same issue. Anti-malware is just eating up all the resources, barely giving any of it back to 7-zip. That has to constantly load memory from the hard drive and doing piece by piece checking, and it's interrupting. I don't know the full details, but that's exactly what I was expecting to look for. From the disk, we have 13 megabits. It's much faster than that. It should be. So yeah, that one's just broken. I'll come out again tomorrow morning and probably have the exact same thing. So I got to leave this for the night. Okay, I will talk to you all later. And tomorrow I'm going to continue picking this one back up and continue on polishing the game and getting it ready for the release.